Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. No, you did not miss the beginning of this video, and no, I did not forget to include the beginning of this video. I made this base like month ago maybe? It's been a while. My camera stopped recording in the middle of it, as it is wont to do occasionally, so I don't have that footage, but I'll tell you what it is, and you can go look at any of the other videos where I've done this exact same thing. But let me try to remember what it is. I'm pretty sure that it is this denim blue, ruffles, and then the polyjute cruffles. 20 inches. Mine are probably cut at 18 because you'll know I never get the numbers right. Yeah, when I got this blue, I did not like it, but it's mostly hidden by the polyjute. So 18 ties as usual, same base I've done 100 times. I'm gonna put this off to the side, and yeah, we're gonna work on it and maybe get it done, even though I have really nothing to go in it besides a sign. I cannot find anything I want to put in it. I want like coastal beach stuff. No idea where I can find any of that. Big Lots usually has it. They don't yet, or they're not getting it this year. They have like a little bit, but I don't know. So let me throw all these fun ribbons over here. Let's see, I have this gigantic black and natural stripe. I have a navy and natural anchor ribbon. I have this cream and denim plaid, a natural and ivory polka dot, and then a black and natural, well, this is black and ivory, maybe that's what they call it? I don't know, but we're gonna mix these together. And I think I'm gonna do three funky bows, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. So these are all from, these are all from Craft Outlet, and they're all new. Wow. See, I made this, my camera messed up. I don't know what happened. My camera has been a jerk lately. So I just kind of put it off the side because I was frustrated and I had no ribbon to go with it. So when I recently ordered from Craft Outlet, I said I need to get ribbon. I don't really like this one because it's supposed to be ivory. Both of these are supposed to be ivory and they both look yellow. But I'm hoping the black, you know, it'll all work. It'll all go together. And I think I want them like stripes, dots, anchors, plaid, dots. How's that one? Good. Glad y'all like it. Alright, and I am going to try to get through these pretty quickly. Get everything I need over here lined up. I saw somebody making a bow with this, and they were like really struggling with the ribbon. If you're right-handed and you're going to be pulling from here, you're going to be pulling from your left side, you want your ribbon to come off the roll like this. If you put it like this, when you go to put this in like this, you're constantly going to be like twirling it the wrong way, and then it gets twisted. So if you put it this way, it's just going to be easier on you. So if you're having troubles with your ribbons acting like jerks, you might just have them on your spool holder the wrong way. Not that it's the wrong way, it's just, you don't even need a spool holder to make a bow, y'all know that, but this makes it a little bit easier. So, I'm gonna move this over some, move that over some, and I think I'm going to do, I'm gonna do 7-inch tails. This is the only problem, it starts unwinding that, I don't want that unwound yet. 7-inch tails, 6-inch loops, 7-inch tail, I like to cut this thing off just because it's always got this little fold in here, never gonna come out, so 7-inch tail. Of course, as soon as I said it's not going to get twisted. This does get twisted because I'm coming at it the other way, but that's only when you're doing funky bows. I think this I'm also going to do 7 and 6. People get very opinionated about directional ribbons, like, oh no, my anchors are going to be upside down if I do it this way. Y'all, I don't care. It is the least of my problems. Oh, I don't like this ribbon, but it's really nice. It's nice and firm. Alright, so we did 6 on the 2 inches. I mean, 6 on the 2.5 inches. So I'm just probably going to go down to like 5. Or 5.5 maybe. Or 6. Yeah, just leave it at that. Let me go down to 5. I used to do all my loops on the funky bows the same size, and then I'm like, let me mix it up. But you do whatever you want. Need a sharpening. Alright, and something I've been trying to get in the habit of doing is knocking my rig over so everything goes, oh, there's an earthquake. There's really not. I am trying to make sure that everything is where it needs to be before I pull this off of here, just because it makes fluffing everything up much nicer. I like that black in there. Not much nicer, it's just it's pretty much pre-fluffed by the time you get it off here if you arrange everything before you take it off. Alright, take your pipe cleaner, make your hairpin. If you need more length than that, you can put 2 of them together. I'm going to come to the bottom here, lift this up. Index finger on this side, middle finger on this side, thumb on top. Got it. Super tight. See these 2 gaps on either side? Right here and right here. That's where our pipe cleaner goes. Squeeze that as tight as you can. Push everything up. Take your bow making nail, the bow, not the pipe cleaner. And see, when we do that, we do a little bit of our shaping beforehand. All we need to do is kind of come in here and break this up. Okay, let's go a little bit tighter. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna make 2 more of those. And I'll catch you on the other side. What's going on, buddies? Mi padres, mi familia. I bought a 50-yard roll of this. I had to. I was just like, I love that ribbon. And I think it's going to get me through summer, through fall. I don't know so much about Christmas, but you never know. So what's going on, party people? Everybody's doing good? Y'all are seeing this towards the end of June, I think. Now, I might have scheduled it in before this, because I knew I was going to do it. I just didn't know when I was going to get to do it. But it is April 13th today. I know this will be, you know, way over and done with, because it's basically over and done with now, but yesterday I spent the day in the emergency room because I could not swallow and my jaw was trembling, and I convinced myself I had early onset Parkinson's disease. So got an x-ray and a CAT scan and blood work, and they find nothing. And today I go for an ultrasound, which I already had scheduled, and they find nothing, which is good, but also still having troubles. I haven't had any problems today. My jaw is shaking a little bit, but you know, instead of jumping to the Parkinson's place, I should have possibly realized that I probably have TMJ, because the doctor in the emergency room said, she said, do you grind your teeth? And I said, I don't think so. She said, are you stressed? And I was like, am I stressed? Am I stressed, Dr. Jenkins? Just like that. I was like, yes. She said, what do you do for a job? And I said, I make videos that nobody watches and wreaths nobody buys. And she said, what? And I was like, no, nothing. I said I work for myself. I make YouTube videos and I sell handmade wreaths. She said, you make YouTube videos? And I said, yeah. She said, well, that must be fun. And I was like, come here. Come here. Come here. I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna slap you right in your face. Pretty face. She's so pretty. I was like, well, I mean, in theory, some people think skydiving is fun. Me, I would crap my pants. But, yeah, I guess it's fun. And she's like, does that cause you any stress? And I was like, oh, no, not at all. Doesn't stress me out at all. There's no way that I'm like filming stuff in April for Halloween because I'm so worried that I'm going to get behind, and I'm working so hard to get my page noticed so I can make money through AdSense, and then I can sell wreaths on Etsy so I can move and do nice things for my mom and pay off my dog's vet bill she's like, you're funny, aren't you? And I was like, not really. I mean, yes, absolutely, I'm hilarious. But, I was like, no, I am under a lot of stress all the time. But it's stress that I put myself under. Like, I know that this is how it's always been. This is what I do. I work extremely hard. And when I don't get the results I want, I work harder. It is April 13th. This video is not going up to the end of June. My back hurts. I was in the hospital yesterday. I was in the hospital this morning. I had to go out shopping today. I had to go shopping. I had to go get some stuff today. I had a full day. It's rainy. It's gross. I want to be in bed, but I'm right here. And I'm making this video, and I'm making this wreath. Because I work hard, and that's what I do. And I'm very proud of that. She said, well, you know, stress can play a lot of, stress can cause a lot of havoc on your body, and maybe you're grinding your teeth at night and you don't know it. And I was like, I would know it. And she was like, would you? And I was like, yeah, because I don't sleep. But, hold on, you slam your boo. I was like, see my boo making nail? It's strong, because I have to be strong. I said, okay. She said, can you de-stress a little bit? And I was like, sure. I said, I can't sit still without doing anything. I literally feel like I'm dying if I'm not working. But yeah. I mean, right now my jaw, like I can feel my jaw like tensing up as I'm talking about it. This one's a little long, I think. That's a good thing about a funky bow. You always know which one to pull. Yeah, she's like, well, let's try to alleviate some stress in your life with meditation and breathing exercise. And I was just like, oh my god, if this woman only knew. So she said, you know, make sure you keep the ultrasound just in case there's something that they can see that we didn't see. So I went to the ultrasound today. Y'all, let me tell you, I've only had one other ultrasound. It was when I had my gallbladder out. The room was dark. It was quiet. She said, lay down on this table and you can face the wall. She said, you're gonna feel some jelly. It'll just, you know, be a couple minutes. And I was like, okay. So for some reason, I thought that would translate into the same as having my thyroid, an ultrasound on my thyroid. I get in the room and it's nice and dark and quiet. The guy says, you can go ahead and lay down on your back. He said, I'm gonna get you a pillow to go underneath your shoulders. And I was like, well, that's kind of low, but okay. So he puts the ribbon under my shoulder. He puts the pillow under my shoulder. And then he's like, scoot down a little bit on the pillow. And I was like, well, that doesn't sound like it's going to be very comfortable. So he gets me to scoot down some more. This pillow with a towel on it, for additional height, is, come on. This is stressful. This is stressing me out. Just give me TMJ. It's the pillow. It's the towel that's like folded over 3 times. Then it's my shoulders and my neck is like this, backwards. And I was like, he's like, it's not very comfortable, I'm sorry. And I was like, no, it's fine. Just dealing with stress. You know, I'm just gonna take some deep breaths. He's like, can you not breathe? And I was like, yeah, sure, how long? He's like, I'll tell you when you can breathe. This guy clearly thought that I was some kind of Aquaman or something. I don't know, because he was like, I was sitting there and I was like, I'm gonna pass out because I don't have any oxygen. What am I gonna do? My neck hurt so bad. And he's like, okay, we're like halfway through. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, I don't care if I have Parkinson's or if I have a thyroid tumor or whatever we think this might be. I was like, it hurts so much. So I was like, can we stop for a second? He's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. So I sat up a little bit and I like cracked my head sideways and my neck went like this. And I was like, okay, I'm good. So he goes back down, and like when I was doing these ribbons are all over the place. When I was doing the ultrasound for my gallbladder, I couldn't see anything, but this time my head is at a 90-degree angle from the rest of my body, going backwards. Three or four of my vertebrae are crushed. And I can see. So he's like looking and he's like marking things. Like he's like putting little dots. And I was like, so, what are we looking at here? He said, this is your thyroid? And I said, that wavy thing? He said, no, that's not it. And I said, oh, it's that black thing? He said, no, that's your throat. I said, so what are we looking at here? And he's like, this is your thyroid. And he like points to it. And I was like, how do you know that? He's like, I went to school. And I said, yeah, but like, that literally looks like nothing. Like, when you, I've never been to like an ultrasound for a baby, but like, at least you can kind of, is this stitched right? Oh, is it? No. Is it? No, it's just a defect right there. I was like, is this the ribbon is stitched together? Like, you know, you can at least see that there's a shape of a baby. Maybe not like very early on, but like there's something you're looking at. This is just, this looks like a poor resolution photo of Mars from like the 60s. He's like, yep, this is a barren wasteland. This may have had water at some point, may have harbored life, the Martians. He's like, the Martians, this is where they lived, right here. So I'm just like, okay. So like, I keep looking and I'm just trying to, I don't know why I want to know, but at the same time, I'm just like looking and I'm waiting for him to be like, oh yeah, see this? Cancer, all this, cancer. So I'm like incredibly uncomfortable. I was so, I was like almost business. It's the wind. It's the wind and it's not gonna hurt you. I won't let it. Business, I won't let it hurt you. Like I am so uncomfortable, like I am almost in tears because it is so, like my neck just feels like it's like somebody just hit me in the head with a shovel. You know that scene in, what is that movie? Death Becomes Her. I was like, Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn, you know, when she hits her and her head goes completely backwards, that's what I felt like. And it still hurts right now. To make matters worse, he is giving me this ultrasound with the little wand thing. And like this, say this is my neck, he is like this. Like he is jamming this thing into my throat. I'm like, and he's like, try not to cough. And I was like, okay, try not to choke me. So, we're finally done. And he's like, you know, I don't see anything. And I said, are you serious? I just went through all that for you to not see anything? He's like, I don't really see anything. And he's like, what was the problem? I was like, I'm having trouble swallowing. And my jaw feels weird. He's like, you probably have TMJ. And I was like, yes, apparently. Apparently everybody thought of that except for me and all the people I complained to. He's like, yeah, it's probably TMJ. And I was like, yeah. I said, I'm having trouble swallowing. He said, you might need your esophagus stretched. And I was like, yeah, that's what the emergency room doctor said. Which, I am not surprised by that. Only because, I am sure that I have some scarring on my esophagus due to the amount that I vomit, which, sorry if you're eating, but I throw up a lot. I was like, yeah, maybe. You know, it's like a stricture, I can never pronounce that. But you'll know what I'm talking about. Just a narrowing of the esophagus. They'd have to do an endoscopy, go in there, put a balloon in. I don't know why I can't do it with like a balloon animal balloon. One of those long balloons. Like just put it in my mouth and let my mom blow it up. But I guess that is the next step because I read the report from the radiologist or whoever reads the ultrasounds, and it was like, yep, nothing. My right side is slightly, I just said right side and pointed to my left side. My right side is slightly bigger, but not enlarged. Do I like this? Yeah. I guess. Alright, I'm gonna cut some tails while I'm here. How many do we want to do? I mean, 18 total by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do 7 each, so that'll be 14. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my sister was with me. We left there. We went to my mom's house because my mom was on her lunch break at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we stayed there for a little bit, and then we went to Michael's. I feel like we're going to have to tell this part of the story, and y'all are going to be like, oh my god. But that'll come later, once I start putting all this crap in here. We go to Michael's. I don't know what I'm looking for, but there's like nothing there. And I'm just like, okay, well, I was hoping they'd have like some summer florals out or something, but it was like nothing. And we went to TJ Maxx, and I found this giant lamb. This is the problem with going shopping with my sister. The things that I absolutely do not need, she would be like, you should get that. And then the things that I could actually use, she's like, well, I don't know. So I find, really? Yeah, I just chewed through those. Perfect. I find this giant lamb, and I'm like, oh man, that would be an amazing wreath for spring next year. And it's only $8. And I was like, I'm gonna get this. And she's like, it's kind of big. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, it's kind of big. Casting doubt into my mind, I don't get the damn sheep. And then the whole way home, I'm like, I want that sheep. Why did I get the sheep? Somebody remind me to punch my sister. So yeah, then we went to Ross. And, because they're all in the same little shopping area right there. We go to Ross, and I find... Is it in here? No, I'm gonna surprise y'all. It's a, I'll surprise you when I actually do the wreath, which I was gonna do tonight, but I was like, let me do one that's halfway done so I can get something filmed. Because if I don't get something filmed, like if I go a day without getting something filmed, I feel like, no matter how much other stuff I've done, I feel like unproductive. So I found like a Peter Rabbit sign or something, and I bought a little sign at Michael's too. Oh, and the woman at Michael's, the app wasn't working, so she wouldn't give me my 20% off, and I was like, the app's not working. She's like, well, I don't have anything to scan, and I was like, the app's not working. 4, 5, 6, 7. Y'all are gonna be seeing a lot of this ribbon because I have 50 yards of it. So, she wouldn't give me my 20% off, but the only thing I would have got, I bought some grapevines, and those are like $4. I would have got like 80 cents. So, whatever. But I was just like, you know how aggravated I was? Is that I called her the B word because she was being very like that. I called her the B word as I was walking out, and normally I would say to my sister, like, God, she was acting like such a... But I said, oh my God, she was such a... Just like that. Is it loud enough for her to hear me? I didn't have anything to scan. I was like, you don't have an override code for when the freaking app isn't working? Y'all tell me to download this app all the time. Download the app, download the app. I have the app. It's not working right now. And I am not one of those guys that calls women the B word. But when you were acting like, this is so uneven, what's wrong with me? Ugh, I've just been through so much trauma today. When you're being a jerk about stuff like that, like, just give me the discount. Well, I don't have anything to scan. And I flipped her off and I said, scan this. I should have. I was so, like, I was just like, are you serious? I was like, I keep this store open. Do you know who I am? And she was like, no. And I was like, well, how embarrassing for you, because I am definitely somebody. And my sister was like, no, you're not. And I was like, shut up, she doesn't know that. I was like, I'm a big time YouTuber. And she's like, are you PewDiePie? And I was like, no. Thank God. So we go to Ross. I find an Easter sign that's on clearance for $2.99. It's cute. It just has like Peter Cottontail Co. It's very plain. Like it could go with anything that I have for Easter. I like signs like that where it can go like any kind of way. And then I find one of those little birds that I always want them, but they're like $5 every time I see them, and I'm like, this is like a bird made of styrofoam with some crap on top of it. But they had one. He's got like a little page boy hat on, and like his wings are hearts, and it's like a Valentine's Day one. So I pick it up and turn it over, and it's 49 cents, and I was like, okay. And then I'm looking through the signs, and I see a sign, and it's green beans, and it says, oh snap. Y'all, when I tell you that I started laughing like a crazy person, maybe it's because I'm under so much stress. Maybe it's because I was so aggravated of the B word from Michael's. I like laughed uproariously. Like just like it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. The last time I laughed like that was when I saw that sign at Michael's. It's a chicken. And I didn't get it when I saw it because it was like $50. And then me and my mom went back a couple months later and it was on clearance. It was like 90% off. The one that says wicked chickens lay deviled eggs. I was with Michelle and I started laughing. She's like, what are you laughing at? And I was like, wicked chickens lay deviled eggs. And I say it all the time and she's like, you are so stupid. And I was like, yeah, well, you know, do you know who I am? And she was like, yeah, I do. You're nobody, just like me. So I am like laughing. I am LMAO, you guys. In Ross, this woman's like staring at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like, okay, I am crazy. Yes, I take pills. I took them this morning. Calm down. So my sister would go in the bathroom and she comes back and I'm like, Jen, look at this sign. And she just goes, she looks at it. She says, oh snap. She said, well, that's cute. And I was like, that's cute. I said, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. She was like, I guess. And I was like, I'm gonna go home and make some green beans. And she's like, you gonna cook them? And I was like, no, I'm gonna make them to put in a wreath. And she was like, oh, okay. And then when I talked to my mom later, I was like, mom. And she's like, what? I said, can you bring me a ham sandwich? And she said no. And I said, okay, but listen, I found this sign. It's got peas, snap peas on it, and it says, oh snap. And she was like, that's funny. And I was like, thank you. Thank you, Mother, for supporting me. Alright, I still have... Okay, so let me tell you what happened on the way home. We leave there. It is starting to rain. We're trying to get back before the rain because it's supposed to have really bad rain and then really bad winds, which is going on right now. Just went off. Can y'all hear me better now? Really bad rain and really bad winds. So I'm driving home and it's just started to sprinkle a little bit. And I'm stopped at this red light and it turns green. But the person next to me doesn't move. And I look over and I'm like, why isn't he moving? So I move because the light is green. And I hit someone with my car. Yeah, so that happened. I did not run him over. I hit him. I hit a jaywalker. Okay? The light was green. I was going. He should not have been walking down the street leisurely because I hit him or nudged him. I don't know. Okay, I don't know that I actually hit him. I think either I hit him or nudged him, or he like saw me coming and like moved over, but it made me look like I hit him. Like I didn't feel anything, but he like put his hand on my hood, like not slammed down, and I was like, sorry, I almost killed you. And Jen's with me, she's like, did you just hit that guy? And I was like, he was jaywalking. She's like, but did you hit him? And I was like, he was jaywalking. But he kept on walking, and nobody showed up at my house to arrest me, so I don't know. 6, 7. I keep making that stupid voice when I count. So yeah. Made it back home without hitting anyone else. Oh no, go back in there. What are you doing? Go back in there. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed right now. Because of the ribbon, not because of the hidden guy. You should be walking down the middle of the street if you don't want to get hit by a car. So we go home and I'm like, Jen, if we get home soon enough, I was like, I will be able to go to Popeyes. Because I don't know if y'all have Popeyes. Our Popeyes got closed down because someone contracted the virus very early on in quarantine, like just a couple months in. And they had to shut it down for like, that was when they like, you know, somebody tested positive, we have to shut everything down for 2 weeks. They were shut down for 2 weeks, and I swear ever since, everybody's like, oh my god, we had to go 2 weeks without Popeyes, now we need it every day. So I can never get Popeyes because the line is like wrapped around the building. My mom said one of her friends tried to go to get Popeyes for lunch. She was in line for 57 minutes trying to get food, and then she never did get it, and she had to go back to work because she only had an hour for her lunch break, which I've heard several of those stories. So we go to Popeyes, and I was like, look, there's only like 7 people in line. So I got to have Popeyes, and it was wonderful. And then I had to tell my mom I hit somebody with the car, and she was like, oh my god. I can't believe you did that. I was like, I can. I was like, can you really not believe I did that? I'm a terrible driver. Alright, let's, I ripped this nail off, you guys. I didn't just rip the nail off, I ripped my hyponychium off. This one. If you don't know what the hyponychium is, it's that little piece of skin that grows underneath the free edge of your nail. And the healthier and longer your nails are, the longer your hyponychium is. So, because I've had a tip, well no, this one was sculpted. Because I've had an overlay on this for a while, that hyponychium was nicely attached, and the tip came off last night, and I kept picking at it, and it like popped off, and I was like, okay. I was like, that's fine. Whatever. It didn't pop off like it cracked, and I was like, well, I'll just fix it tomorrow, you know, I'll file it down tomorrow, whatever. But I kept like picking at it, and it caught on my on the side of my comforter when I went to go like move the sheets, and it like halfway came off. So I was like, well, it's basically attached. So I just kind of picked at the side of it, and it came off. And then my nail underneath was still there, my natural nail. And I was like, ugh. And I was like, it's like split right there. So instead of getting up and getting a pair of nail clippers and taking care of it, I went like that and I could feel like my nail, the end of my nail peeling, and then it started hurting really bad, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then I got up this morning and looked at it, and I was like, my entire hyponychium is just hanging out for the world to see. So today, when you're watching this, I want you to go use the word hyponychium in a sentence, but use it incorrectly. Be like, hey boss, I'm having my hyponychium, can I go home early? Or hey honey, you want to go out and hyponychium tonight? Like, just say something like that, something stupid. Here comes slow short version Adam. I need to quit calling myself slow Adam because, I mean, I almost killed somebody today. All right, so bows are made, tails are cut. Let's bring in our wreath again. Hello, friend. All right. I have 14 ties in the stripe, the anchor, the micro dot, and the plaid. I'm gonna put my sign in first, and it's gonna go like right here. And I don't know how this sign is gonna work because, let me show it to you. I don't even know where I got this from. Family Dollar maybe? It says start each day with a grateful heart. Cute, whatever. But it's hanging from this thing. So I guess I was worried, like, if I put it in, is this just gonna be like pushed out like this from the mesh? I know it's probably not gonna really swing, which I'm fine with, because I think that would be annoying if there's wind and you hear this back and forth. So I want it like right here. So that means this one can go. Because I hate seeing ribbons smashed underneath signs. And that one can stay probably. Needle fell behind the table and I'm never gonna find it, even though it's gigantic and bright blue. So I'm gonna get this side through and this side through, and then I'm gonna see where we're at as far as how much I can tighten it. Wrap this around a couple times in case I have to move it, because I almost always do. Okay, it's kind of hanging. It's not even, which is aggravating. Oh, you guys can't see. I need to see how this needs to come up just a little bit, but I think if I just kind of put a dot of glue right there and kind of pull that knot forward, yeah, that's what I'll do eventually. My glue, I don't even think, oh, I got a new glue gun and I haven't even brought it in here yet. So, yes, you need to go right here. This is not pulled super tight, it's just kind of taut to the mesh. Yeah, this center part is definitely like leaning wrong. Let me tell you guys, it is so hard for me to do my freaking hyponychium. Alright, if you don't watch the long version, you don't get that, but I'm like obsessed with trying to do everyday wreaths. I can't say wreaths correctly either. Why did I decide to sell wreaths when I can barely say it? It's so hard for me to do an everyday wreath. I'm like, what is it supposed to say besides welcome? So I saw this one and I was like, that's an everyday thing. It's not specific to anything. I think this was Family Dollar. Ross had some really nice signs today. I went to Ross if you didn't watch the long version, and they had some really nice signs. But some of them are like some of them are like things that obviously go in a kitchen, and I don't know how to like. I mean, I know a grapevine would be fine in a kitchen, but I guess I always shop with like, oh, let me make a Deco mesh wreath because more people watch those and they seem to sell better. I'm going to bring this back this way. these bows, you guys. Come on. Can we all work together on this? Clearly, the bows were not listening when I told my traumatic story about running somebody over with my car today. Oh wait, you want to hear about that? Well, you better go watch the long version and not skip any of the ads. I still think this blue is ugly. Oh, like this? No. But like, as a background, okay. Where are you going? Alright guys, I'm looking at this, like holding it up, and it looks pretty good. The sign is not, the little hanging part, it's not even, and it's kind of, like, see, I don't know if you can see that through here. See how this one's like pushing it up? So I'm going to maybe kind of clear out a little bit under here. Yeah, that looks better already. So now, don't you fall behind there, I swear to God. Alright, I'm going to put my bows on, but I want to clip where they're going, so I don't have to deal with having to root around and find where all these pipe cleaners need to be clipped after. There's a bunch of stuff in here. So one's going to go here, one's going to go here, one's going to go here. So I guess I just need to clip maybe this one? Yeah, because this one would be underneath the sign anyway. I really wanted some kind of like coastal thing to go with it, but it just was not happening. Alright, so I'm going to get these on here. One's going to go here, the other one's going to go directly across from it, and then the one is going to go in the middle. But I think I want this one to come down a little. Since the sign's off to the side, I feel like I can cheat this like here. But you always want, if this one's going to go here, then the next one has to go here. Does it sometimes sound like I know what I'm talking about? Because I really don't, you guys. And my back's starting to hurt. Yeah, my back has been hurting so much the past couple days. And like, I'm still doing my stretches and stuff from physical therapy. But I think it's because I stopped taking the muscle relaxers. Which is good because I don't want to be on the muscle relaxers because they make my mouth dry. But then my back starts hurting again. And I can't go back to physical therapy for 6 months because I have bad insurance. Although technically, they did tell me, if you need to come back, get a referral from the doctor, but say it's some other part of your back. Like, don't say it's your thoracic spine. Say it's like your lower back. So, I mean, I could, but I don't know. Okay, so this one's gonna come here, right? Yep. I try to always go through some of the mesh just to help these stand up. It is raining so bad outside. I wish you guys were here. I wish somebody lived here. Who do I wish lived here? I wish Jen Pick. Y'all, I've been filming videos for Patreon, and not once have I gotten her name right. I don't think. Pickering? I keep wanting to call her Pickerling because I think that sounds more last namey. Pickerling. Pickerling. Pickering. And she does live in Florida. I mean, technically, she could come and visit me. Well, I could go and visit her because she's got what is that, old time pottery? Oh, she sent me a picture. She's like buying everything she needs for a wreath in a store, and I was like, what? I was like, what kind of voodoo witchcraft is this? What kind of wizardry? She might be a wizard, y'all. I don't know. I was just like, I told my mom, I was like, one of my people on Patreon, like, can get everything she needs to make a wreath at a store. My mom's like, you can get everything you need at Michael's, and I was like, ugh. And she said, well, what about Hobby Lobby? And I was like, ugh. Which, technically, I could get everything I needed from Hobby Lobby. That wreath would be $300 if you're interested. And she had, like, specific ribbon. Like, she had, like, craft outlet level ribbon in the picture she sent me. And I was just like, oh, man. Can you imagine what my life would be like if I had a place like that near here? I'd be like, y'all have got to buy this wreath. I don't have any money for rent this month. I don't have any food. The vet repossessed the dog. I sold my car for Deco mesh. But that would be nice. Like, not... Michelle lives near... Let me tell y'all. The thought of going to Texas... I'm sorry if you live in Texas. It's a horrible place. The thought of going to Texas... is completely unappealing to me. But Michelle lives, like, in Michelle of all people, who has no talent, who does not care about things, who is not magnificent like me, who is just... She lives like 20 minutes away from the largest Christmas superstore in the world. And then she lived 30 minutes from the second largest Christmas superstore in the world. I told her, I was like, hey, do you live in Plano? She's like, yeah, that's like Metairie for me. And I was like, do you know the biggest superstore in the world? And she's like, oh yeah, I see that place advertised all the time. I was like, so you knew this place existed and you did not tell me. She's like, well, you don't live here and I know you're never going to come here because it's Texas. And I was like, Michelle, maybe I would come. And I actually was going to go after Weenie died. Because it's like, I don't have a dog to take care of, I don't have this, I don't have that, but I also didn't have any money. But now I got money, and I don't want to go. Alright, my bows are on. They are... I don't usually like when the bows are all at the top like that, but I don't mind that. I kind of wish the sign was more... But... what you gonna do? Like if this bow was down, I guess I could move them, but I don't feel like it. Could it? No business. Get down. Yeah. So my tails are. I'm just gonna go ahead because. Yeah, that sign was. I can't move the sign. It was too hard to get in there. And then if I move the bow, I'm gonna have. Give me that. Give me that. Give it to me. Give it to me. Hey! Give me that blow pop. You got a blow pop toy. So I have my tails cut. Stripes, anchors, dots, and plaid. I think this one's going to be really easy to sort out. No, because these are two light ones. These are two black ones. These are two blue ones. I think there's enough difference between these. So yeah, stripes and plaid and anchors and dots. And of course, to prep these, I'm going to line them all up, fold them in half. Look at that on the back. I could even turn this around, huh? Why didn't I think of that? I'm gonna do that. So we're making an executive decision to use the back of this ribbon. I have 7 of each of these, so there's 14. There will be 14 ties total. 12 will go around the outside, and then there'll be 2 left over to tuck into up here somewhere, probably. So I'm going to do one of these, and then I will meet you on the other side. Well, come on. Okay. Right, so put these together. I like this side so much better. Oh my god. And it'll still be, you can still see the plaid on the back, so that's cool. Pleat this. Pinch it. These are cut at 14 inches. Bird. Bird. And then we're just going to put them in here. Oh, you can kind of see the plaid through the denim back. I like that. But are people going to just think I put this in backwards? Ugh. It's fine. I say it's fine. Do you know who I am? Again, I gotta quit referring to stuff that happens in the long version because people are gonna be like, oh my god, he's so full of himself. I can't believe he killed somebody today. Alright, and then the anchors with the polka dot. I'm gonna have to turn that one around. Oh, I cut it already. You know what? I trust myself. I trust myself, I trust my audience, I trust my customers. This is my least favorite part of making a wreath, is putting all these ties in. But what you gonna do? Okay. I'm going around, gonna alternate, and then we will be done. Give me that! Business. Give me that. He keeps laying down and then he's like, oh no, I gotta get up and play rope. Oh! You okay? Do you think maybe God is punishing because you keep peeing on the floor because it's raining and you don't want to go outside? I think so. He's like, wait, what? It's like some people don't like that this anchor is upside down. And I'm just, okay, go play, go play. I already gave you a bone. That doesn't bother me. And I think if it was words in a bow, like you wouldn't put word. You wouldn't use, if you had like something that said thank you or Merry Christmas or whatever, you wouldn't put that in tails. And it was in a bow, like I might make an attempt to, get it in the bow all the same way, which it's not hard to do. You just have to, like make it by hand and then put it in the bow maker. Oh, these ribbons are behaving very nicely. God, what was I doing? Oh, it must have been was it the watermelon wreath? I was struggling the entire time. Oh, he is ready to go to bed. Get on your chair, baby. Or loudly pick right underneath me, whatever you feel like doing. I'm fairly certain he slept the entire time I was gone today, and then he slept when we got home, and then he slept while I was editing videos, and then while I was eating dinner. And okay, he's back on his chair. When my mom was over here, I'm like, I'm trying to clean it, because she saw that I cleaned the table. She's like, you cleaned the table a little bit. And I was like, yeah. There's a video of that on Patreon. It's super fun. A clean with me. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to, because like I realize now, which I always knew this, but I was hoping that I was able to not have to do this for this room. The only way I can clean a room is to remove everything from it. Like I can't work, especially in a room as crowded as this one. If you want a full tour of the room, it's also on Patreon. I cannot, there's no place to like put stuff while I'm moving stuff around because this room is so packed, which, this is the life I chose. I sound like I come from a long line of wreath makers. I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and move everything into the kitchen for a day or two, because I want to rearrange the stuff in here. Like this has to stay here. This table fits nowhere else. If you don't know, this is a long arm table. It's 14 feet long. I occupy this 36 inches. And the rest is just, well, sign up for Patreon. No, it's mostly, it's all the extra stuff that I don't use in the, like all the ribbon from this wreath is right there right now. There's florals, there's the bow maker, there's a box full of mesh, there's a couple of wreaths, there's Christmas ornaments. And I have two bookcases on this wall opposite that I want to move to behind me where I can put my supplies. So to do that, I would have to empty the room, empty the bookcases, move the chair where the bookcases are. And I want to do it, and I know that it will, like, once it's done, it'll be so much easier. Like, I'll just have, like, this improved workflow, and this room won't cause me so much stress, and my jaw won't fall off. But it is such an undertaking. I should have done it while I was in physical therapy, because if I hurt my back while I was doing it, I could have just been like, okay, I hurt my back yesterday, moving everything out of one room into my kitchen for some reason. Oh my god, you guys, yesterday, I know we just talked about the Christmas Superstore. Yesterday when I was leaving to go to the emergency room, my neighbors, I don't know if they just took down their Christmas tree or what, they had one of the, you know those trees that are plastic, but they look really real? You know, like the expensive ones? They had one that was in like perfect, I was like, they're gotta be throwing this away because the lights don't work. But y'all know I could take the lights off a tree. I was so tempted to get that tree and like drag it down the street to my house, and I didn't, and the garbage came today. And I was just like, oh, I don't need another Christmas tree, but it was really nice. You see, I wanted like some sand dollars or something. Let me tell y'all, for something that they get for free from the ocean, Michael's and Hobby Lobby be charging you a lot for some dried up fish. I was like, why is this sand dollar $7? Sister's like, she was like, this bag of shells is only like $5. I said, those shells also weigh about 8 pounds. So, I mean, I have shells that I could add to this, but I don't want the wreath to weigh 35 pounds. I actually got I can see it right here. It's potpourri that I got in my grab bags from Michael's for Christmas. It's got some stuff that might go in here. Like, I don't know that they're shells. Stay there, baby. Stay there. Go lay back down. Oh yeah, this is definitely not shells. Never mind. But see, like, it has vanilla tonka. Oh my god, that smells good. I'm sorry I got up, baby. I shouldn't have done that. Because, like, why would you do that to me? Okay. 1, 2, Why did I think that was seashell? I guess because it does kind of look like seashells. But I also have seashells from Dollar Tree. And I'm sure adding a couple wouldn't be the end of the world, but I don't know. Maybe we'll think about that. I am going to film an after show for this just because I need to trim all those trim all the bow tails, but I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow because I am getting a little, not tired, I'm just getting a little painful. I think they're getting a little painful. I've also been up since 5 and it is now 7:30. Who called me? Why do people keep calling me? Who called me at 7 o'clock at night? Rude. And didn't leave a voicemail? Don't call me. Literally. I don't want to talk to you. Unless you're my mama. Or Michelle and her kids are asleep. Those two I will allow. My friend Jenny, she's a lawyer. I'll also probably talk to her if she ever called, but she is super busy. She's a pro bono bankruptcy lawyer. Her kid goes to NOCA, which is the New Orleans Center for Creative Arts. Because she draws and stuff. And one of her friends, the daughter's friends, is interested in drag. I don't know if he wants to, like, if it's just because he's theatrical or if he wants to, like, do drag professionally. But I don't know if Jenny offered or he asked. There's this dress that he wanted to go to prom in drag. So there's this dress, and it is like a Miss Universe level dress. And Jenny's like, you think I can make this? And I was like, sure. And I'm thinking, there is no way in hell she's making that dress. I was like, I don't even think I could make that dress. And I woke up this morning and I had a text message from her, and I haven't talked to her because me, her, and my friend Amy are all on the same like group chat. I had a text and I was like, oh, I forgot they existed because I've been, you know, not being able to swallow and such. And I open it up and it's the kid and he's wearing the dress, like walking through Jenny's house. I shouldn't assume his pronoun is he, but I think it is. He's wearing the dress and he is like sauntering down the hallway, and I was like, she made this dress, like it looks so good. I was like, oh. And he is feeling himself, like he is just like strutting. And I was like, good God, you better work. Like, Jenny's so good to people. I almost feel like, I almost did too. Like, I was gonna say like, I was gonna offer to do his makeup for prom, but I don't want them coming down here, and I'm not going up there. So I was like, let me just not even offer. But I guess like I was like, that is a brave choice to make, to go to prom and drag. But they also go to like a performing arts, you know, like a very you know, it's like a bunch of theater kids and artists and stuff, so you know. Did y'all know I could do the makeup? I used to love doing makeup. I thought that was gonna be like my career path, and then I was like, oh, you know, I have to interact with a lot of people to do this. See, I know you guys, you see when I check the time. That's me. Oh. No, not a drag queen. Just very into makeup at the time. And that picture was posted on the Huffington Post. Because I did it around the time when I was doing makeup like almost every weekend. It was a couple years ago. It was when Caitlyn Jenner's Vanity Fair cover came out. And everybody was like, oh, where's my Vanity Fair cover? You know, just because she's famous. And, you know, so and so, like, you know, people are like, I identify as trans, and where's my cover? And that's not what everybody looks like. So people were posting, like, pictures of themselves and, like, editing it to where it looked like their own version of the Vanity Fair cover. So they messaged me. I don't know that it was tagged. I don't know how it happened, but the Huffington Post messaged me and they were like, "Can we use your picture?" And I was like, sure. They're like, "We're doing an issue on no, we're doing an article about trans people." And I was like, "I'm not trans." And they were like, "Oh, how do you identify?" And I was like, "I am a cisgendered male, and I present as such, and I just really like doing makeup." So they're like, "Okay." So later on, they send me the link to the article, and right at the top, it's like, it says something like trans, God, what does it say? Trans people across America, and it's like a giant picture of me, and I was like, oh God. Not that I was like, oh God, they're gonna think I'm trans. I don't care what anybody thinks of me. I was just like, I know my grandma doesn't read the Huffington Post because I don't need a frantic phone call from her being like, Adam, when did this happen? I'll be like, Grandma, no. Okay, where are these gonna go? Not there because I already cut the damn tie off every time, you guys. I don't know why y'all let me around scissors. I think I'm just gonna wire these because if not, I'm gonna end up just tossing them. So. All right. So the new rule is we don't cut off the inner pipe cleaners until the end. Why is this such a struggle now? I gotta find that article. I can't remember what it was called, but I was like, oh my God. And then somebody messaged me. They were like, somebody messaged me, or it was under the, I think they reposted it on their Instagram too. I can't remember because it was a while ago. It was whenever Caitlyn Jenner came out. But they messaged me and they were like, "It was so inspiring to see you on the Venezuelan news." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And he, this person, I don't know, trans or otherwise, I don't think we got into that, but he or she, I don't even know if it was a boy or a girl or what their pronouns were, but it was like, "It's so inspiring to see you. You're so beautiful." And I was like, I know. And I think I called my mom and I was like, "Mom, you don't watch the Venezuelan news, do you?" And she's like, "No, why?" I was like, "Do you read the Huffington Post?" And she's like, "I don't have time for that." And I was like, "Okay, well, I am now a trans icon somehow, so, just putting that out there." And she's like, "What does that mean?" And I was like, "Okay, never mind." I was like, never mind. No longer an issue. And I think people were pissed off because They had a lot of just normal people, normal looking people. You know, just maybe they had on a little bit of eyeliner, but my picture was like front and center of me in a full face of like 6 pounds of makeup and a wig. And the whole point was that not everybody looks like Caitlyn Jenner. On the, as she did on the cover of the magazine. Like that, they didn't feel like that was representative because not all trans women have to present as feminine or as glamorous like that. And then not Vanity Fair, Huffington Post goes and they're like, okay, well let's pick this one and put him front and center. I can't believe I almost forgot about that. Even though the only reason that picture is on my lock screen is because of the Huffington Post thing. Because I was like, I posted on Instagram like the night it happened. I was like, what did you guys do today? Oh, me? No, I'm just on the Huffington Post and the Venezuela news. I was like, why Venezuela? All right, I will give you long version people a treat and look it up right now. Transgender people get creative with the hashtag #MyVanityFair cover. Okay, so there's Caitlyn Jenner. Oh wait, it's my Instagram's all private now. Oh, you can't see it. Yeah, see, here it is. Huffington Post My Vanity Fair campaign below, and mine was the first one. That's a screenshot. And then someone said this photo was on the Venezuelan news. Oh, and then I was reposted somewhere else. I don't know where this was. Yeah, it was everywhere for a minute. And if you're wondering, that's what I look like. Oh, fun times. Alright, so my wreath is done. If you missed the long version, we just got into a whole thing with the Huffington Post. Super fun. Yeah. So I still need to go back and cut all these tails on the bows, but I'm going to save that for the after show. And I think I may attempt adding a couple of seashells. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. But yeah. This actually, I need to glue this up some too, so I'm going to do that in the after show. So if you want to watch the after show, you can join Patreon. It's $5 a month. You get access to the after show, behind the scenes stuff, exclusive video tutorials. I do some hauls there. We talk, live streams, photos, all that good stuff. If you want to buy this wreath, it's linked down below. You can visit me on Etsy and follow me on Instagram. And if you want, you can tip me on Venmo because I need more A&W Zero Sugar because this is really good. I mean, it tastes exactly like the diet one, but yeah. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe down below, and yeah, bye.